What's going on, y'all? We back. The UFC Rio just happened last weekend, and oh man, this was such this was a great fucking card right here. Awesome. And I'll tell you why. Well, actually, there's a couple of reasons why. But my boy DoBronxs is back, and it was, man. You know, if you're a real UFC fan, you know how beloved Charles Oliveira is, and to see him win in such a way, like, you know, vintage Oliveira, you know, his classic BJJ, how fucking dominant he is. It's beautiful to see, and credit to Mateusz Gamrot for taking this short notice. Honestly, you know, he showed up. He really did try his best, honestly. But like this even though it was only round 2, like Charles was just. He was just a fucking beast, bro. He got the submission. He almost got a couple submissions throughout the fight, but this was his time to shine. This was his time to show for his country, and he did. He fucking did it. And hats off to Charles. He's not washed. He's only 35, I think. So he still has time. He still has time to be champ again, and I really do think he can do it. As long as Ilya is no longer champ, then I really think he could be champ. So I'm very happy that Charles won, and again, big credit to Gamrot for taking the fight short notice. I really wonder how the fight would have went if it was Fiziev, if he didn't pull out, if Oliveira were to fight Fiziev. I wonder how that would have went. But trust me, this was a great fight right here. Very happy that he won. And now we got Deiveson Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. Now, Montel Jackson was a huge favorite coming into this fight, and it was really funny to think that this was the case, because he's still that guy. It wasn't like he was washed or whatever. He just kind of lost to elite fighters, and I'm not gonna say Montel Jackson isn't elite, but he's an up and comer. He still has a lot to improve. This was a very close fight, and honestly, I feel like this wasn't a very fun fight to watch, because it was very I don't know. They weren't really throwing a lot of strikes per round. Look at the amount of strikes they threw in round 2 and round 3. 8 on both sides. Fucking 7, 14. And yeah, this wasn't a very interesting fight for me to watch, but Figgy kind of showed up. Like it came to a point where I kind of knew Figgy was gonna win because of all the grappling he was doing. He was basically showing a lot of dominance in this fight, but then again, Montel was also throwing a good strikes and whatnot, but the amount of significant strikes per round was just kind of abysmal, if I'm being honest. Like they could have done way more. It just kind of felt like this weird, like they're just staring at each other and just kind of waiting until someone does something. But funnily enough, Montel Jackson threw the most strikes. It was just that Figgy had the most takedowns, so that's why I came to a split decision. Even though Montel threw the most strikes, I think it was the percentage. I think it came down to the amount of strikes thrown compared to how much they landed. He probably had a better striking accuracy, but I really do think it came down to the ground game, as he landed 2 takedowns and while Montel landed 1. It was a very close fight, but it wasn't a very impressive one. But I still think Figgy got it. And can he beat Merab? Probably not. If he shows up with that skill, I mean, not skill, but more like if he shows up like that into, like, let's say if you were to fight Merab, if he showed up like that, it wouldn't even close. Merab would run him down. But you know, Figgy's still a good fighter, and it wasn't a dominant win, I will say that, but credits to Montel Jackson. He did good too. Very close fight, and I honestly thought it was like somehow was, in my opinion personally, it all went to Figgy. It was like I think 2-1, but somehow it was a split decision, which was very strange. But you know, it is what it is. it is what it is. Even again, significant strikes do not tell the full story, so just don't even look at that. You guys need to watch the fight itself. Okay, so this was a very strange fight to watch. Vicente Luque versus Joel Alvarez. Now, if for those who watched the fight, you can there's a clip where, I mean, not a clip, there's a point in the first round where Luque thought he got eye poked, right? And then the ref stopped the fight to see what was wrong. He thought it was an eye poke as well, and then the replay showed that it was a legal strike. Joel threw a legal strike, and so, but the ref still for some reason brought a doctor in, which is incorrect. You should restart the fight according to one of the commentators. You know, I don't know the rules exactly, but yeah, restart the fight, or a no contest. Well, not no contest. It wasn't a legal strike. It wasn't an illegal strike. Sorry. So that was a weird turn of events. Like they eventually started the fight again, and everything was fine after that. But Joel dominated by strikes in every single round. It wasn't even close. And for some reason, around the third round, it was just he was just being held on the ground, and the ref didn't even bother stopping it, bro. I mean, not stopping it, but like at least getting them up, because they weren't even working. He was just like, Luque wasn't moving. He was just laying there on the ground, and Joel was just kind of holding him. I was like, what? Like, Luque sucks, bro. He sucks. Like, this wasn't a close fight at all. And to lose like that in your country, damn, that's gotta sting, bro. That's gotta fucking sting. But look at the amount of total strikes landed. I mean, total strikes, 197 versus 31. Significant strikes, 80, 89, 30. This was a domination. This was a domination. But yeah, Joel Alvarez, he stepped up to welterweight to take this fight, and he did a very good job. I think he is a problem at lightweight, and I don't know, maybe welterweight, who knows. Diniz versus Pinto. Okay, so Mario Pinto got the KO. Well, it was a TKO, I believe. And the funniest thing about this fight was that people were booing this man even though he was Portuguese. I'm like, bro, look, we get it. You gotta root for your peoples, but he's Portuguese, bro. He's Portuguese, fighting out of London, I believe, but he's Portuguese. So I mean, he was like, oh, I understand. I remember I was watching the post-fight interview. He was like, I understand. Yeah. You gotta root for your people. But once people started to see that he was like actually Portuguese, like he actually speaks it fluently, they were cheering him on. I was like, oh my god, hilarious. But yeah, this was a pretty crazy KO, but also a domination. This fight was a domination. So yeah. Heavyweights aren't really the most entertaining to fight, but I think Mario Pinto is a good one. As for the rest of them, I'm just gonna go through the ones that I kind of remember very well. Oh yeah, Vitor Petrino got the craziest KO. Craziest KO. And it was kind of funny because it kind of came out of nowhere. And I'm gonna pull up the clip right now, because I think Vitor Petrino, like, look at their physiques though. Is the difference in physique? Like, he dropped him, so I get it. Okay, I believe this is it. Check this out, fellas. Just slept him. Slept his ass. See, the first round, it was kind of like, kind of close. And I think he said he was gassed. I forgot what the reason was, but I think actually he was still winning the round because he landed the most significant strikes. But yeah, that round was closer. It was close, and then boom, that shit happened. Fucking KO. So that was pretty some wild stuff. Wild stuff coming from Vitor Petrino. And as for the rest of the fights, I just don't remember them that well. There was a lot of good stuff that happened in this card, but I just don't remember every one of them. So yeah, guys. Oh, I think I kind of remember this one. This was like a submission. Yeah, she got choked out. This is a Russian chick. She got choked out. And this fight wasn't even close. She was getting dominated throughout the first round, and then the second round she got taken down, and then boom. But yeah, most of the Brazilians won this fight, this card, and I'm very happy to see DoBronxs winning. That's really the main highlight of this card. And yeah, let me know what y'all think of this fight night card. If you guys enjoyed it, if you watched it, if you didn't watch it. And yeah, yay, Charles Oliveira, yay, yes, my boy, the best BJJ artist of UFC history. I don't give a fuck, okay? It's just facts, all right, that's enough of me. Yeah, catch y'all on the next one. See ya.